Being unprepared, our will became the servant to defect, which else should free of rot.
All is well. I dreamt last night of the three weird sisters. To you they have shown some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, when we can entreat an hour to serve, we will spend it in some words upon that business, if you should grant it.
At your kindest leisure.
If you shall cleave to my consent, when 'tis, I shall make honor for you.
So I lose none. In seeking to keep my bosom, to augment it, but keep my bosom franchise, and alliance is clear, I shall be counseled.
Go repose a while.
Thanks, sir. The like to you.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle towards my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation, proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshalled me the while when I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made of fools of the other senses, or else, with all the rest, I see thee still, and on thy blade and dungeon gouts of blood, which was not so before.
What hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! Peace! It was the owl that shrieked, the fatal bellman, which has given them the serious good night. He is about which the doors are open, and the surfeited grooms do mock their change with snores. I have drugged their posits, that death nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's there? What? Who?
I'm afraid that they have awakened, and 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confounds us. Hark! I have laid the daggers ready. He could have not have missed them. Had he not resembled my father, as he slept, I had done't. My husband!
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
Methought, after these we sow, it will make us mad.
Methought I've heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth does murder sleep, the innocent sleep. Sleep that knits of the raveled sleep of care, the death of each day's life, sore labor's death, balm of hurt minds, great nature's second course, chief nourisher life's feast.
What do you mean?
So I cried, sleep no more. To all the house, Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Pride, to think so brain sickly of things. Go get some water, and wash this filthy witness from your hand. Why'd you bring these daggers here? They must go lie there. Go carry them, and smear those sleepy grooms with blood.
I shall go no more. I'm afraid to think of what I have done. Looked on again, I dare not.
Infirm of purpose! Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears the painted devil. If you do bleed, I glide those faces of the groom with what it seems their guilt.
Here's a knocking indeed. If a man or porter of Hellgate, he should have done the old tune with key. Knock, knock, knock. Who's the name of the Beelzebub? Here's the farmer that hanged himself in the expectation of plenty. Coming time, have napkins, enough about you, you'll sweat for it. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there in the other devil's name? The fakers and the equivocators. I swear in the both of the skills that I do skill commit to pleasing. So for God's sake, if you're not equivocate, then it'll come in equivocate. Knock, knock, knock! Who's there? Faith in the English tailor. Come in, they were stealing out of French horse. Come in, tailor, there ain't no extra goose. Knock, knock, knock! It's time to quit early. I've got the place to cook for heaven. The devil wanted it no further. I asked how those happen in some low profession above the primrose way to everlasting bonfire. On, I pray you remember the porter.
Goes the king hands today.
He does. He did appoint so.
The night has been unruly, my relay. Our chimneys were blown down, and as they say, lamentings heard in the air. strange screams of death, and prophesizing with accents terrible of dire combustion and confused events. New hatched to the woeful time, the obscure bird clamored the livelong night. Some say the earth was feverous and did shake.
Oh, 'twas a rough night.
My young remembrance cannot peril a fellow to it.
Oh, horror, horror, horror! Tongue nor heart cannot conceive nor name thee.
What's the matter?
Confusion hath made its masterpiece. The most sacrilegious murder has broke ope. The Lord's anointed temple has stole thence the light of the building.
What you say? The life?
Mean you, His Majesty?
Attend the chamber and destroy your sight with the new Gorgons. Do not bid me speak. See and speak for yourselves. Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bells, murder and treason. Banquo, Donalbain, Malcolm, awake! Shake off this downy sleep, death's counterfeit, and look upon death itself. Up, up, see the great doom's image. Malcolm, Banquo! As from your graves rise up and walk like spirits, do countenance this horror. Awake.
Those of his chamber, as it seemed, had done it. Their hands and faces were badged with blood. So were their daggers, which unwiped we found upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh, yet I do repent me of my fear that I did kill them.
Wherefore do you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate, and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? No man. The expedition of my violent love outrun the pauser. Reason? Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood, and his gashed stabs looked like a breach in nature. For ruin's wasteful entrance, there the murderers, steeped in the colors of their trade, their daggers unmannerly breached with gore. Who could refrain, that had a heart to love, and in that heart courage to make loves known?
Why do we hold our tongues? That most may claim this argument for ours.
What should be spoken here, where our fate, hidden in an auger hole, may rush and seize us. Let's away, our tears are not yet brewed.
Nor our strong sorrow on the foot of ocean. What will you do? Let's not consort with them. To show an unfelt sorrow is an office which the false man does easy. I'll to England.
To our own eye, our separated fortune shall keep us both the safety. Where we are, there's daggers in men's smiles, the near blood, the near bloody.
This murderous shaft has shot hath not yet delighted, and our safest way is to avoid the aim. Therefore, to horse, and let us not be dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. There's warrant in that theft, which steals itself when there's no mercy left. 10, I can remember well. Within the volume of which time I have seen hours dreadful and things strange, but this sore night has trifled for my knowings.
Ah, good father, thou seest the heavens is troubled with man's act. Threaten his bloody stage, and by the clock 'tis day, and yet dark night strangles the travelling lamp. Is it night's predominance or day's shame that darkness does face the earth on tomb, when living life should kiss it?
'Tis unnatural, even like the deed that's done. On Tuesday last, a falcon, towering in the pride of place, was my mousing owl hawked at and killed.
And Duncan's horses, a most strange and certain, beauteous and swift, the minions of their race, turned wild in nature, broke their stalls, flung out, contending against obedience, as they would make war with mankind.
'Tis said they eat each other.
They did so, to the amazement of mine eyes that looked upon it. Here comes the good Macbeth.